It's almost midnight Central Time on this Monday, the 24th day of April 2017. I was warned by my White House sources this was coming. They went after Arpaio. They went after Trump. They went after anybody that tried to just defend this country and have sovereignty. Doesn't mean I'm perfect or Arpaio's perfect or Trump's perfect. We're not out to sell out the country. But I was told months ago, and it intensified the last few weeks, that George Soros, through front groups, is going to file a lawsuit on me. I had that again from my White House sources. I had it from my congressional sources. I also had it from Mike Cernovich, who's got some amazing sources. I know who one of his main sources is. Let's just say it's very close to the president. Some of the same sources we've got. They were coming after us. But see, Soros doesn't want to put his name on it. He already funds David Brock and Media Matters. He already funds the Daily Beast, the people that have investigative reporters following us around, trying to dig up made-up dirt, fiction writers, and BuzzFeed and all the rest of them with the piss dossier and all that. But now they've openly worked with Turkey and others in the UN with this migrant situation to bring in all these Islamists into Europe and here. That's on record, a Soros project, just like the Arab Spring is, just like overthrowing Ukraine is. But now Soros has got a group through a law firm that he literally founded with his funds. That's in major business publications I'm going to show tomorrow. Has filed suit against me, and it's George Soros suing Infowars.com. And I'm not bitching. People go, ooh, you're getting sued. It isn't about me. It isn't about how much money I got in the bank account. It's about victory, the goddess of victory. And that's what this comes down to, is that I'm not backing down. I'm never giving up. I love this. To fight that dirtbag Nazi collaborator, that piece of crap that's overthrown all these governments, that garbage hates me and has his main forces. I am so honored. Not in some power trip, but that evil would be that upset about what I'm doing. And I can just feel in my gut, but also intellectually. I've talked to my lawyers, other lawyers, top lawyers in D.C., you name it. Lawyers in Idaho, you name it, where they filed it, and they're just like, oh my God, they blew it big time. The guy that filed this suit claiming that immigrants, Islamicists, migrants aren't spreading TB or aren't raping people is like working with the UN and is on the Federal Reserve Board to bring them in. I mean, they have jumped the trillion-pound great white shark on this baby. So I am very, very excited about this. Here's the problem, and here's the big news. I've talked to a lot of my sources, but also, even before my sources called me about this 2 weeks ago, I could already see it in the tea leaves, a gestalt of all the intelligence. They wouldn't be launching this full-bore attack on me unless they were planning something big against Trump, and unless they meant if this plan failed, they got something bigger and physical ahead of it. And generally, when they assassinate your character and your personality and your name, they're getting ready to physically come after you. So, jolly old Soros, your body's never going to last. You don't have to worry about me, you sack of demons, you abode of foul spirits, because you will never make it. And as you want to bring down life and hurt the innocents on this planet, that's because you've known from the day you were born you were the spawn of hell. So I am so pleased that you hate my guts. But I am going to call on all of our sources in the military, the intelligence agencies, private corporate positions. Now is the time to leak everything. Now is the time to hit the enemy peacefully, an information war with everything we've got. Not because they're attacking me, but because the attack is intensified everywhere. I know in my gut, this is the time to show them the fear of God. This is the time to let them know that we're not their slaves and they'll be defeated. This is the time to unleash the information warfare. So folks claim they want a war with the globalists. They claim they want to restore the republic. They claim all this stuff. But most men just shoot their mouths off and act tough all day. The men that are involved with InfoWars, you know who you are, and the women as well, you're about changing the destiny for humanity for the better, and I salute you all. But you know better than I what to do. But this arrogant guy has run out of gas. He's written checks his soul can't cash. So I pray to God Almighty George Soros be brought to justice. And I pray to God Almighty the forces of liberty be turned loose against him and all his forces, all his pomps, all his servants. And I know that what we agree upon here on earth will be done in heaven. And so I pray to Jesus Christ, the Son of God, for the guidance it takes to break the will of this devil They can feel themselves already being sucked down. That's why they're so scared. I just want to make sure that we are victorious in this rotation, and it doesn't take another cycle or two to do this. The enemy is panicking because they can feel the Spirit of God entering the world yet again. You know they hate the sight, as imperfect as it is, because it carries the light of truth. Infowars.com. 7 a.m. tomorrow. Infowars.com. I'm going to launch live with a breakdown of all this with details. And then tomorrow, 11 to 3 p.m. with the daytime broadcast, we're going to have a lot more. Infowars.com/show. Think of Soros thinking how weak we are, preying on unconscious people all these decades. And finally, the giant awakens. Finally, the light of God sparks in our eyes. Finally, will to challenge evil enters the world again. No wonder evil is panicking. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You gonna sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you gonna be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.